Interior bedroom night. Close-up on a beautiful woman's face. With her eyes closed, she could be mistaken for Sleeping Beauty. All is well. Sleeping Beauty rouses from her sleep. Her eyes calm at first. They become wilder and wilder as she realizes what is happening. Now we pan out to the rest of her body, arms and legs tied to the bedposts. This is Evelyn Santos. She looks like she could be in her 20s, except if you look closely, you could tell from the new wrinkles and just formed crow's feet that she is at least 10 to 15 years older. But of course, she would never let you get that close. Evelyn struggles against the vines to no avail.
I cannot believe this. Help! Somebody help me!
Evelyn hears rushing, heavy footsteps run toward the stairs. Run up the stairs. The door flings open to reveal Roland, 60s. He huffs and puffs, clearly having had 1 or 50 beers too many. Now, despite all the huffing and puffing, he does not seem like the big bad wolf.
Daisy, she's awake.
Who are you?
Roland smiles shyly in response like it's a secret.
You're my kidnapper?
I'm Roland.
Roland sticks out his hand for a handshake. Realizing she is still tied up, slowly puts his hand away. Evelyn sizes up the situation, eyeing him up and down.
Look, Roland, I don't know who you are, what you had in mind, or how you got me here, but you seem reasonable. How about you untie me?
Daisy will be up soon.
Daisy? Is that your wife? Roland, I'm Evelyn.
I know.
You know? Roland, I know you didn't mean to do this. Maybe you thought I looked pretty and it wouldn't hurt to take me home, but you didn't realize this was a mistake. So the only way to correct this is to let me go right now.
Roland continues to stand and do nothing.
You don't seem like a bad guy. Look, I won't even call the police.
Do you think I'm dumb?
No, of course not.
Oh, good. Because Daisy always says I'm dumb.
Evelyn realizes she's dealing with the weak link of the team.
Well, I don't know Daisy, but it doesn't seem like she knows much. From the short minute I've spent with you, I can tell you're intelligent, sweet, and not to buy on the eyes.
Roland blushes.
Let's try this. Come towards me.
Roland takes 1 step toward the bed.
Another step.
Another step forward.
1 more big one.
He does as told.
This leg. Yes, this one right in front of you. Go ahead and untie me.
I'm not supposed to do that.
It doesn't matter what you're supposed to do. You have a woman tied to a bed against her will.
That's how it always happens.
You've done this before.
Evelyn needs to try another tactic.
I'm quite thirsty. Do you mind grabbing me a glass of water?
Roland sighs, but grabs the empty glass on the nightstand.
Don't go anywhere.
Evelyn puts out her arms as to say, "Does it look like I'm going anywhere?" Roland exits the room, but leaves the door open. Evelyn takes a good look around. It is strangely devoid of personal belongings or memories. There's not much she can use in her futile escape attempt. With one of her still tight hands, she knocks the nearby lamp to the floor, which was not her intent. The crash brings Roland scurrying back into the room.
You let me go right now. I'm not going to be another one of your kidnapping victims.
Oh, sweetie, you haven't been kidnapped. You're in hell.
Exterior house, night, Act 1. Establishing shot of a quaint white house with a white picket fence surrounding it. It's the perfect suburban home. Interior bedroom of the house, night. In the doorway, Daisy, 23, appears. Blonde and bubbly, she seems like the perfect daughter that would grow up in a white picket fence house who would become head cheerleader at a big state school and president of her sorority. Daisy smiles wide, displaying a perfect set of teeth, and we can almost believe the perfection.
Hi, you must be Evelyn. I'm Daisy.
Evelyn, still tied up, stares back at Daisy in disbelief.
And you've already met Roland?
Roland stands rocking back and forth on his heels, nodding in agreement.
Yes, I'm Roland.
I must be dreaming.
Daisy turns to Roland.
You had one job to do. You didn't tell her?
I did. I told her she was in hell.
Just like that? That's why no one takes you seriously.
Daisy rolls her eyes at Roland.
As I told Roland, I promised I won't tell anyone. Please just untie me.
We will untie you, but you have to promise not to run away. We will explain everything to you.
Sure, fine. Whatever you want.
You don't need to be afraid of us. We're not going to hurt you.
Daisy nods, giving the go-ahead to Roland. Interior kitchen of the house, night. Roland and Evelyn sit across from each other at a small kitchen table. A stream of fresh hot coffee pours into a mug in front of Evelyn. We pull back to see Daisy pouring. Evelyn pulls the mug towards her lips, but thinks better of it. Could be poison. She puts it back down on the table.
So the two of you, you're like the Bonnie and Clyde of kidnapping?
No, we're roommates. Here in hell, they assign you to a house with a couple of other people.
Sticking to the whole hell scenario?
It's not a scenario. It's the truth.
Daisy places a folder and a set of keys in front of Evelyn.
Here is your welcome package. It has a map. There's a group tour at 9 a.m. if...
Evelyn picks up the key by its pitchfork keychain.
Yeah, they think they're funny. Hell, pitchfork. So cliche, am I right?
What's the key to?
The house, duh.
You can't expect me to sit by the door all day and...
I need to use the bathroom. Or are there no bathrooms in hell?
It's through the living room on the right.
Evelyn gets up from her chair.
Remember, you promised not to run away.
Pinky swear.
Evelyn leaves the room, continuing on her way to the bathroom. Roland pulls out an ugly hand-drawn pie chart from underneath the table. Has he had it there the whole time? He stands and holds it like he's giving an important business presentation.
You're doing this now?
As you can see, I have rearranged the chores to include Evelyn. You will cook dinner every night. I will eat your dinner. Evelyn will wash the dishes. I will...
Okay, wait. Eating dinner is not a chore.
It is if I'm eating your cooking.
Oh, look, you made a joke. Okay, if my cooking is so bad, why don't you do the cooking?
You know, I'm not allowed to do any cooking. The head said after that I did on Earth.
Okay, all right, make Evelyn do it then.
They continue to argue as we head into the bathroom of the house at nighttime. Evelyn tries to open the window to no avail. She opens the medicine cabinet looking for something to help her. Razor, cotton balls, floss, nothing of any use. Evelyn rummages through the cabinet underneath the sink. Toilet paper, cleaning supplies, rubber gloves. She eyeballs the bathroom. What else could she use? Her eyes land on the shower curtain rod. She steps onto the bathtub ledge to get height. Her hands grasp the rod and pull down, but the rod doesn't budge. Evelyn takes a deep breath and pulls again. Still nothing. She glances toward the door where she hears arguing coming from the other room. She sees a candle in a heavy glass container sitting on the toilet tank. She goes to pick it up and hurls it at the window. The candle lands outside on the lawn, leaving a hole in the glass. Evelyn touches the hole. The edges of the glass are sharp. Evelyn notices the arguing has stopped and footsteps run towards her. She must hurry. She looks down at her perfect, beautiful skin. It's not something she wants to ruin. She dons the rubber gloves and covers her head with the embroidered guest towel on the towel rack. She steps onto the toilet bowl, ready to jump through the hole. Interior hall to the bathroom of the living room. Night. Daisy and Roland kick open the door and step into the bathroom. The bathroom is empty. Angle on Evelyn's sized hole in the window. Now we're flashbacking to exterior New York City day. The skyline, the people, the energy on a summer day. Now exterior Valen Beauty Building day. Dressed in a combination of fashion meets business, Evelyn weaves past all the New Yorkers and enters through the spinning door of the skyscraper. Interior Valen Beauty office day. Evelyn steps off the elevator. Her assistant in her 20s hands her a cup of coffee. Evelyn drinks from it as they walk toward her office.
Mr. Bronstein called. He wants to schedule dinner for tonight at Ma Péché.
Yes, confirm it.
It must be about the promotion.
Connor, what did I tell you about gossiping?
Sorry.
Evelyn smiles though, aware of what this means.
What else?
Oh, and Millie wanted me to let you know once you got in.
They arrive outside Evelyn's office. Evelyn hands her assistant her now empty mug of coffee.
And Tim from Publicity wanted to congratulate you on your campaign.
Get Millie in here.
The assistant nods and sits down at his desk outside Evelyn's office. Evelyn enters. Interior Evelyn's office inside the Valen Beauty office. Day. Her office is styled simply and gorgeously with tons of beauty products on her shelves. Evelyn takes a seat in her chair behind the desk. She turns around to take in the beautiful view of the city. Life is perfect. Millie in her 30s with flame red hair pokes her head through the door.
Knock, knock.
You're supposed to actually knock before you open the door.
I know. Bad habits die hard.
Millie enters and closes the door behind her. She plops down in a chair opposite Evelyn.
He wants to have dinner tonight.
This is it. You spearheaded the marketing campaign with Angelina Jolie and brought Glossy in as a collaborator. Who else would he give the SVP position to?
He's not supposed to make a decision for another month.
Maybe he wants to let you know early.
Let's not. I don't want to jump the gun. He probably wants to go over some cost numbers.
Which he could easily do in the office. You'll take me with you, won't you?
Of course. You're my protege. Who else can I trust when I inevitably become CEO?
Evelyn pulls out 2 glasses and a bottle of bourbon from her desk drawer.
Seriously? I haven't even eaten breakfast yet.
This is the breakfast of champions.
And flashback. We're going back to the backyard of the house at nighttime. Evelyn aimlessly walks around trying to get cell phone reception.
Come on.
On the phone we see no service.
Oh, she couldn't have gotten very far.
Evelyn hides behind a trash can. She peeks her head out and spies Daisy and Roland in front of the house. Angle on Roland and Daisy.
This is your fault.
My fault?
If you hadn't pulled out that fucking chore chart.
You told me to divide up the chores. So it's your fault, because you told me to do it.
Ugh, we're so fucked. We better find her before the head finds out we let her escape. Okay, you go right, I'll go left.
Daisy and Roland go towards the same direction.
Oh, right is that way?
Daisy points in the opposite direction.
Right.
They disappear. As the coast clears, Evelyn runs toward the nearest house. Exterior house next door continues. Evelyn bangs on the back door. A light turns on. The back door swings open to reveal Julian. Julian in his 40s stands there like the dictionary definition of a tough guy. His arms are inked with tattoos and he wears a mustache only a few can pull it off. He's one of them.
Something I can help you with, ma'am?
Evelyn barges into the kitchen of Julian's house, continues. The layout is exactly like the other house.
You have to help me. Your neighbors kidnapped me, and I just escaped.
Julian looks towards Roland and Daisy's house.
All right.
One more thing. Don't call me ma'am.
Julian leads Evelyn into the living room of Julian's house, continues.
Take a seat right here.
Evelyn takes a seat on his couch.
Let me get you a glass of water.
Evelyn eyes the room. Books stacked in piles all over, but there are no photos to show who actually lives in this house. She glances back toward the kitchen where Julian fills a glass of water at the sink. He cradles the phone between his ear and shoulder. He speaks softly into the phone, but Evelyn can hear bits and pieces.
Yes, you can pick her up. Won't be long now.
Julian hangs up the phone and walks back into the living room. He hands Evelyn the glass of water and sits next to her.
Did you call the police already?
Someone will be here shortly.
I'm Evelyn, by the way.
Julian.
They sit in awkward silence. What can be said in this situation?
Thanks.
Evelyn takes a gulp.
Do you know them well? Those 2 next door?
I mostly keep to myself. Daisy and Roland, they are... I try not to get involved.
I don't know how many people they've done this to, but it's appalling. Keeping me tied up like an animal. Who knows what they would have done if I hadn't escaped?
How did you escape?
Through the bathroom window. Smashed the glass and everything.
Looks like you got a cut yourself.
Julian touches Evelyn's upper arm and points to a couple of cuts. He goes to the cabinet and takes out a first aid kit.
I didn't even notice.
Julian takes out an alcohol swab.
Looks like there's a shot of glass in one of the cuts.
He picks up a tweezer and gently grabs Evelyn's arm.
Hold still.
Julian uses the tweezer to extract the shard. Evelyn winces as he does so.
It doesn't look too bad. There's not even any blood.
I should still clean it.
Julian and Evelyn's eyes meet. Their faces are extremely close. Julian pulls away first. He goes back into the first aid kit for an alcohol swab.
Are you married?
Am I married?
I'm just trying to make small talk. It makes it a little less odd waiting for the police.
I am married. Was married.
Which one is it?
It's complicated.
Isn't it always?
Well, even more so down here. Or wherever here may be.
Am I still living in New York? How far south are we?
It's not necessarily a matter of direction per se.
What are you talking about? What state are we in?
We're not in a state. Well, not the United States.
Mexico? Did they Really? Take me to Mexico?
Listen, I know
Your English is pretty good.
we're not in Mexico. I know it must be difficult to process.
Process what?
Evelyn's eyes reach Julian's. Oh no, he believes this is hell too? Evelyn slowly backs away from him on the couch.
I know it's not what you want to hear, but
You didn't even call the cops, did you?
take it easy. You don't want to...
Evelyn rises from the couch but feels dizzy and falls to the floor.
What did you do to me?
The angle on the glass of water.
Son of a bitch.
Julian goes to Evelyn.
Let me help you.
Evelyn bats his hands over.
Don't touch me.
Evelyn crawls towards the door as fast as she can, which is not fast at all. Julian follows behind her, taking baby steps. He bends down to assist her again.
I said, son.
Ding dong! Julian answers it. Evelyn's point of view from the floor. Two imposing figures stand on the other side. Roland and Daisy. Her world fades to black as she passes out. We flash back to interior condo day. Evelyn admires the stainless steel appliances and the marble countertops awaiting their first use.
This unit is a 2-bedroom.
The realtor opens the sliding door to the balcony.
It's about 1,200 square feet. It's a bit too big for one person living all alone. I'm not sure why you wanted to start looking at 2 bedrooms now, but the other 1-bedrooms I've been showing you might be better suited for your situation.
The view is amazing.
The co-op board is going to need proof of income. They're going to ask for bank statements, references, credit reports. It's not...
Look, I can afford this on my own. I'm being promoted to a new position soon. Let's get the paperwork started. Excuse me. Hello? This is she. Again? I'll be right there. I need to get going. Let's get this done ASAP.
Evelyn rushes out the door. Interior nursing home day. Evelyn rushes up to the front desk.
Where is she?
The receptionist points her down the hall like this is just routine. Evelyn heads down the hall and into a room. Interior room of the nursing home day. An orderly tries to soothe an elderly woman. The orderly sees Evelyn and gets up to greet her.
Good luck.
The orderly leaves to give them their space. Evelyn takes a stool and sits in front of the elderly woman in the armchair.
Mom, what is it this time? You have to tell the nurses what's wrong.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Except a good-for-nothing daughter.
Mom.
You stick me in here, and there's nothing but old people.
You're one of those old people.
You said you'd take care of me in my older age, but sticking me in this trap wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. But I guess being in labor for 20 hours and sending you through Yale wasn't enough.
You always do this. You think guilting me will do you any favors?
What else am I supposed to do? Beg to live with you?
Look, I'm getting promoted. I'll have you out of here in a month, tops.
Evelyn's mother smiles smugly. Don't expect a thank you anytime soon.
Hand me the Jell-O.
End of the flashback. Close-up of Evelyn with her eyes closed. Looks like she's floating. Maybe it was all a dream after all. But no. Roland and Daisy lift her arms and Julian carries her legs. They drop her into a wheelchair. Interior Julian's house night.
Thanks for your help, Julian.
Yeah, sure.
If it wasn't for Roland...
It wasn't my fault, Daisy.
Let's just get her back before she wakes up.
Roland opens the front door for Daisy, who wheels Evelyn out. He waves goodbye to Julian. Exterior suburban street night. Roland and Daisy push Evelyn down the sidewalk. 2-story detached houses with white picket fences line either side of the street. They look perfect, too perfect. A garbage truck comes through, picking up the garbage cans lined outside the houses. Its engine is the loudest noise in this quaint neighborhood. It stops in front of Roland and Daisy.
Who's the newbie?
Santos. Evelyn.
Hey, ugly.
Daisy rolls her eyes and ignores him.
Don't be late tomorrow, you hear? I'm pulling a double shift, and I'm trying to get off on time for once.
The garbage man dumps the trash in the back of the truck and drives on. Interior living room of the house. Night. A taser pointing 2 inches from the camera slash Evelyn's face as she winks.
We don't want to use this.
But we will if we have to.
I've got this.
I thought I was playing the bad cop.
We're not playing anything.
Evelyn puts her hands up in defeat.
You can't put it down. I'm not going to run.
Roland lowers the taser, but still points it toward Evelyn.
You have died and gone to hell.
Look, I can't be that. I was just working at my office. I wrote my rent check. And who are you two? Mr. and Mrs. Devil?
No, we just live here.
Where's the card?
Roland fishes out an index card from his shirt pocket and hands it to Daisy. Daisy reads from it.
Evelyn Santos, age 7, had an imaginary best friend named Donkey.
What is that? Is that supposed to prove something?
Roland hands Daisy another card.
Last night, Evelyn had an important meeting, but it did not go as planned. She stayed in her office until 11 p.m., way past when the last employee left to go home with only the cleaning woman to keep her company.
Where did you get that from?
Well, we always get information, just in case the new person doesn't believe.
Evelyn takes this in.
They? Who is they? What did they know? If you know this, then how did I die? What happened last night? I don't even remember myself. And I think that's something I would remember if I tragically died at the age of 40.
We don't get that info. They only give us 2 cards. It's enough.
Evelyn gets up and paces the room.
Well, I can't... This must be a mistake. I don't belong in hell. Wait a minute. Do you work for Estee Lauder? You've been stalking me, haven't you?
Don't be silly.
Fine. If I'm really in hell, prove it. I demand to see whomever is in charge. Is it the devil? Do I go to see the devil?
He was...
Or she, or it doesn't go by that moniker. The head has office hours in the morning.
So this person or thing, no one knows what it looks like? No one has seen it?
Roland shakes his head no.
Then how am I supposed to talk to him, her, it?
You sit in a box, the head will sit on the other side, but you don't see the head's face.
Great. A church confessional.
Except it's too late since you're already in hell.
Evelyn pinches herself.
Wake up. Please let this be a nightmare.
Get some sleep. I'll take you to the head in the morning.
Interior Evelyn's bedroom, house, night. Evelyn stares at the bed she was strapped to earlier. Daisy stands by the door.
There's a change of clothes on the chair.
Daisy pulls out a key as she closes the door.
Just in case. We don't want any more incidents like this evening's, do we? And don't even think about the windows. They're bolted. Good night!
Daisy closes the door and locks Evelyn in. Interior, the head's office, night. A pair of hands hold an open file. It is too dark to tell whether the hands are male or female. A headshot of Evelyn sits in the file. Exterior, edge of town, day. Evelyn absorbs her surroundings while Daisy chats away as they walk.
Oh, the weather's so amazing today. The sun is super sunny. Oh, it makes me super happy. God, I love hell. Oh, did I just say that? Oops.
Evelyn, not paying attention to Daisy, sees a huge barrier wall dissected by a large, tall metal gate in the near distance. The wall surrounds the town so no one gets in or out.
Oh, don't even try it.
Daisy pulls a taser out of her pocket and points it at Evelyn.
It doesn't go anywhere. You only end up back here.
Only trees in the woods seem to be outside the gate.
Then, why have the gate in the first place?
Daisy shrugs. It's never occurred to her before.
So, it's never occurred to you that this could be the way out?
It's not, okay?
If it's not the way out, if this is really hell, then why don't you let me run away? I would only end up back here.
Daisy thinks about it.
Okay,
Okay?
go. You'll end up back here again anyway.
Evelyn stands rooted. Is this her chance?
Psych. I would get in so much trouble if I just let you go. I mean, if you put up a fight and punched me first, that would be a different story.
Off of Evelyn's look.
Too late to punch me, though.
Exterior Main Street, day. A general store sits on one corner while a cute cafe sits across the street. The downtown area, while small, exudes the feel of a quaint town. If this is hell, this doesn't seem so bad. Daisy leads Evelyn down the street.
Did Roland talk to you about the chore chart?
I have to do chores too?
I mean, we all split them. Like, he wants me to cook because he's not allowed to, but I'm sure you're better at it than I am.
Me? Cook?
Yeah, I'll just do the dusting. Roland can clean the house and do the dishes. You can take out the trash. You know, you'd probably like reorganizing the attic too.
And you?
I just said I'd do the dusting.
Daisy smiles fakely.
Oh, he killed 9 women before he was shot to death by the police.
Evelyn's eyes follow Daisy's gaze across the street to a handsome middle-aged man with the salt and pepper hair. Serial killer waves politely at Daisy. She waves back.
I went on a date with him once. So boring. Oh, and he swindled thousands of people for over $1 billion.
Is that Lucille Ball? What is she doing here?
She claims she did nothing.
How do you know all this? Did all of them tell you?
Daisy only smiles.
So what's your story?
Evelyn and Daisy arrive in front of a white courthouse-looking building that has 2 columns and a pediment.
Well, here we are.
Evelyn's head tilts up towards the structure. This is it. She walks up the 3 steps to the main entrance. Daisy follows behind. Interior grand hall of the head's office building. Day. Evelyn's high heels click and clack on the marble floor. The empty space echoes with the hollow sound of someplace important. She pauses. Across the hall, a long desk sits in front of a big important door. A woman in her 60s in a pantsuit stands behind it.
Well, 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 if it isn't Evelyn Santos.
Lolinda.
So the rumors are true. Here you are.
But you died last year. This really...
The realization that she really isn't hell dawns on her.
Well, I gotta go. Bye.
Daisy, one moment.
Daisy reluctantly walks up to Lolinda and stands on the other side of the desk as Evelyn trails behind in a daze.
What is it, Lolinda? I'm going to be late for work.
You know exactly what I want to talk to you about. You let her escape.
But it was not my fault. Roland...
It doesn't matter whose fault it was. The 2 of you were tasked with handling it. Now, I've set up an appointment for you 2 at 4 tomorrow with the head so he can dole out your punishment.
Daisy glares at Lolinda, but doesn't say a word. She turns on her heels and walks out the door. On Evelyn, who has found her way to the bench, she's about to have a nervous breakdown.
So, Evelyn, is there something I can help you with?
I'm here to see. But I don't understand. What are you doing here?
Well, I was assigned to be the head's secretary.
No. I mean, you're supposed to be dead.
I am. As much as I hate to admit it, you were right. I ended up in hell. Satisfied?
I don't understand. I'm not dead. I'm not supposed to be dead. This must be a mistake.
You were stabbed or something. At least that's the rumor going around. Well, anyway, here's your work assignment.
Lolinda produces an index card and attempts to hand it over to Evelyn. Evelyn backs away from her and the card and runs out the door.
Ugh, I hate newcomers.
Exterior hell day. Evelyn runs, adrenaline propelling her. She finally stops to catch her breath. She looks up to find herself in front of the gate out of hell. She looks around to see no one else around. Evelyn grips the bars of the gate and she shakes it, but it doesn't open. She attempts to climb it, but slips right down. Down the street, a tree limb hangs over the other side of the gate. Evelyn races towards the tree. Now we're at the tree. She looks up at the limb towards freedom.
Evelyn! Evelyn Santos?
Evelyn glances toward the sound of the voice. She sees a handsome man, Smith. Evelyn hastily attempts to climb the tree. Her feet slip down the bark.
I need some help over here.
2 nurses rush out of the great nondescript building behind him. The building is simply marked Body Reconstruction Center. They run toward Evelyn, grabbing her feet as Evelyn kicks, but it's 2 against 1, and they finally drag her out of the tree and towards the building. Interior Body Reconstruction Center, day. Smith stands over Evelyn, now strapped to a gurney.
Please, please. I'll do better. I promise. I'll donate more. I'll even stop for those damn Greenpeace street hacks. Use your voodoo and send me back. I didn't even get my yearly bonus yet.
Evelyn, my name is Smith. You are here in the Body Reconstruction Center.
Evelyn finally takes a good look at him. Smith, in his 30s, exudes the epitome of handsome, yet complicated TV doctor. Is there really any other kind?
Did you not hear what I just said? I'm not ready to be dead.
Unfortunately, that's not something I can help you with. You have been assigned to the BRC for your work assignment. Didn't Lolinda tell you?
Lolinda.
Running away won't solve your situation.
Evelyn stays silent for a moment, accepting this.
You can untie me.
Smith unstraps her. Interior hall, Body Reconstruction Center, day. Smith and Evelyn walk as he shows her around.
So you operate on dead people?
Yes!
Pointless much?
Everybody needs to be in good physical condition in order to contribute to society.
Why doesn't the head just poof, make everyone whole again?
They stop in front of the operating room.
It doesn't work like that. Everyone arrives in hell in the state in which they die. So, like Earl over there, he has somehow got his leg chopped out while he was dying.
But you don't know how they were amputated?
No, we don't get any of that information. They just show up in an ambulance in front of the hospital. But from the location and the severity of it, it's most likely due to a bomb blast. He was probably in a military combat duty when he died.
So you're a surgeon.
I suppose you can call me that. But here, they refer to me as a BRS, a body reconstruction specialist.
A nurse pokes her head out of the operating room.
We need you in here.
You can watch from out here.
Smith goes inside and scrubs in. Evelyn's point of view, a pair of prosthetic legs for the patient sits on a table inside. They look very real. Evelyn, remembering what Lolinda said, checks her arms for any stab wounds. None. She lifts up the bottom of her shirt, revealing her torso. There she finds a long scar. Her fingers move across the wound's remains. She snaps out of her thoughts when she hears commotion in the operating room. The dead patient lifts his head off the table while the anesthesiologist attempts to restrain him.
I ain't going back. I ain't going back. I know the way out.
Smith puts down his instruments to help the anesthesiologist restrain him.
I know the way out. The door. It's in the basement. Follow the red road.
The anesthesiologist administers more anesthesia.
Don't follow him. It's all about the donuts.
The dead patient is out again. Smith proceeds with the operation. Interior hall of the Body Reconstruction Center later. Smith exits the operating room.
Didn't want to watch?
Evelyn, on the floor with her back propped against the wall, stands when she sees him.
What was he talking about?
Who?
The man without the legs. He said there was a way out of here.
Who? Him? Oh, he was under anesthesia. He didn't know what he was saying.
Was I a patient here when I first arrived?
Not one of mine. So I can't say for sure.
Don't you keep records?
No, we're not allowed. It's all confidential, even for us.
Is it unusual to not know how I died?
What's the last thing you remember?
I was in my office late at night after I received some bad news. After that, it's pretty blurry.
It's not uncommon. It depends on how one died. If it was a traumatic event, the person might experience temporary amnesia.
Can you tell me anything about this?
Evelyn lifts her shirt, displaying the scar on her abdomen. Smith bends down for a closer examination. Close-up of a scar which looks fresh. It is actually several scars lined up next to each other.
Those scars look pretty long, so the instrument must have been pretty long, puncturing your vital organs.
Did someone stab me to death?
That would be my guess.
Smith moves on, eager to change the subject. Evelyn follows him.
Were you a doctor in your past, or I don't know what to call it, Earth life?
No, I worked in construction, building construction. But when I got to hell, I was placed here.
They arrived in the recovery wing of the Body Reconstruction Center.
This is the recovery wing. You'll be spending most of your time here.
Evelyn glances around, bed separated by curtains lining either side. It is only half filled with recovering patients at the moment. At the end of the wing, several exercise and weight machines sit currently in use.
At the end over there, you've got an area for physical therapy. Depending on the operation, we'll have to teach a patient how to use a new arm or leg.
The nurse wheels in the dead patient whom Smith operated on earlier. Evelyn stares at the dead patient's new legs.
They look so real. What am I supposed to do while I'm here?
You'll be looking after the patient. Sometimes they wake up and don't know where they are.
You expect me to babysit dead people? Do I tell them not to worry because they're already dead and hell is not so bad?
They don't come back to life here at the center. They will just be in a momentary lapse of semi-consciousness. They won't remember a thing. Most of the time, you'll be looking after their hygiene.
Hygiene? Are you telling me Sponge baths and bedpans?
Yes, there's a lot of that.
You can't be serious. I'm not doing that. Do you know what I was doing before? This is below me.
You don't have a choice.
We don't? What's going to happen? The head will kill me? Too late.
There are fates worse than death.
And this is it.
Now we flash back to an interior fancy restaurant at night. Evelyn approaches the hostess.
Excuse me. Has Mr. Gerald Bronstein arrived yet?
Yes, about a minute ago. Follow me?
The hostess leads her through the dining room to a table right in the middle. Gerald Bronstein, in his 50s, a beanpole of a man, raises from his seat to greet Evelyn.
Evie, you're looking well.
Thank you. So do you, Gary.
They sit.
Wine.
Of course.
Bronstein pours her a glass from the bottle at the table.
Let's toast. To the future.
To the future.
I was surprised to hear from you today.
A pleasant surprise, I hope.
Of course. I thought you were still in China.
Decided to get back a few days early.
Is anything wrong?
As you know, I'm looking for a replacement for Jones once he retires.
We all know that.
The waiter appears with the menu.
Go away.
The waiter scoots away.
And I know you want that job.
We all know that too. I haven't kept that a secret.
That's why I asked you to this dinner.
Evelyn sits up in anticipation.
I've decided to promote Millie Douglas. I know it's not.
Millie? Millie.
I know it's not what you wanted to hear.
Of course it's not what I want to hear. You've groomed me for this job and now you promote Millie? You know I love her, but she is not ready. I have to hold her hand through the Saint Laurent presentation.
Please calm down, Evelyn.
Calm down. Is that why you brought me here? So I won't make a scene? Waiter! Where's the waiter?
I brought you out here because I am your friend, out of respect. I don't want to do this in the office.
Evelyn stands up, making more of a spectacle.
Respect? Friendship? This is not why you brought me here. You want me to look like a fool.
You are doing that yourself.
The waiter appears at the table, but slowly attempts to step away when he sees their argument.
I have a right to get upset. You let me think. There you are.
No, you thought.
No. You had me believe that I had a place in this company. You're pushing me out. I can see it quite clear. You think I was gunning for your job. Now I'm gunning for you.
Please, don't make this personal.
I did it. You did.
Evelyn sits back down.
Where's the menu?
The waiter hands her the menu.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? I'll have the 42-ounce steak. You think this is uncomfortable? Just you wait.
Close-up of a soapy sponge lathering against skin. Pulled back to reveal an unhappy expression as Evelyn gives the naked dead patient who received new legs earlier a sponge bath. Interior recovery room, body reconstruction center, day. Smith enters to check up on Evelyn.
Everything okay in here?
Exactly what I want to be doing for the rest of my existence.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
That's what I'm afraid of.
At that moment, dead patient, lying in the bed, pops up awake.
No, oh gosh!
Evelyn jumps back in surprise. She looks to Smith. What should we do? Smith comes to the dead patient's bedside.
Calm down.
Where the gosh darn am I?
This is just a dream.
This is what you tell them?
Smith gives Evelyn a, come on, help me out here, look.
What happened to my legs?
Close up on dead patient's new legs.
Honey, you're dead.
What are you talking about? Who are you? Who are you two?
That was not a good idea.
What?
To tell him he's dead.
So, what do you expect me to say?
Comfort him.
Was I injured? Did I wreck my truck? Which hospital am I in?
The dead patient stares at his legs again.
Don't do that.
Smith gently attempts to restrain dead patient, but he forcefully pushes his hands away.
I'm getting in this.
You're going to leave me here alone with him?
He doesn't seem violent right now.
Violent? Right now?
Smith leaves.
What happened to me?
Evelyn can only shrug. They both stare awkwardly at this naked, soapy body.
There must be a shrinkage after accidents as such. Traumatization or you know.
Evelyn rolls her eyes. Her mind clicks.
Do you remember what you said in the operating room?
I was operated on?
Forget I said that. I said anything.
You mean about the way out?
Yes. How do I get out of here?
Only way out is through a door.
Okay, which door? Where's the door?
Well, of course, it's in the basement.
You said that before. Where's the basement? In the head's office building?
The donut. I like them chocolate spring.
He should get a double dose.
The nurse walks towards the bed with a huge needle.
Wait, no! He was
The nurse gives the dead patient the shot and it knocks him right out.
I told you before, he's speaking nonsense. There are consequences if you try to escape.
Smith leaves before she can ask him any more. Interior grand hall of the head's office building day. Roland and Daisy sit on a bench with worried looks.
What do you think will happen?
Shut up.
I hope the head doesn't make me eat broccoli again.
Shudders at the thought.
Or maybe it would...
Do you want me to shut it for you?
Roland shuts it, looking more exasperated than scared.
Daisy, Roland, the head's ready for you.
Daisy takes a deep breath before she rises. Roland tries to take her hand in comfort, but she shoves it right away. Together they walk towards the massive double doors behind Lolinda and push them open. A blinding darkness engulfs them. Interior living room of the house, nighttime. Roland and Daisy enter from the front door. Evelyn stops snooping as Daisy blazes past her and heads straight for the kitchen.
What's wrong with her?
We got our punishments from the head
Punishments?
for letting you escape.
Oh, what is it?
I have to eat lima beans. Daisy won't tell me what the head gave her.
At that moment, Daisy runs out of the kitchen with a nice knife held above her head. She aims for Evelyn. Evelyn steps back and falls on the couch as Daisy jumps on top of her. Evelyn holds Daisy's wrists an arm length away. The point of the knife dangles perilously close.
Daisy, stop!
This is your fault.
Roland, are you going to stop her?
What do you want me to do?
Hold her back!
Don't you come near me, Roland.
Evelyn and Daisy's struggle leads them to fall to the floor.
At least tell me what your punishment.
The head's aging me a year.
What?
I'm going to be 24.
No.
The head is making me old.
With that, Daisy plunges the knife into Evelyn's abdomen. Evelyn's eyes widen in pain, but also as memories come back, rushing back. Flashback to interior Bronstein's office, Valen Beauty Center, night. The business day has long been over. All is quiet except for the buzz of a nearby vacuum cleaner. Evelyn tosses aside a picture of Bronstein's family in search of something. She goes through the desk drawers in a rush, finds nothing. On her hands and knees, she spies a flash drive taped to the underside of the desk. Evelyn pockets it into her purse. The buzz of the vacuum cleaner stops outside the door. Now we angle on the cleaning woman as she sits in a chair and eats dinner out of a Tupperware container. Evelyn sees this and stands in the doorway with eyes on the cleaning woman. They lock eyes.
You'll want some?
The cleaning woman holds out the Tupperware container.
What is it?
Eggplant curry.
The cleaning woman offers a fork. Interior Valen Beauty Building, night. Exterior Valen Beauty Building, night. Evelyn exits, speaking into her cell phone.
Meet me at Columbus Circle in 15 minutes. You owe me a favor.
Exterior Central Park South, night. Evelyn walks along a mostly empty street just below Central Park. She glances back, unable to shake the feeling of being followed. Only a group of tourists take photos. Evelyn checks her purse, making sure she still has the drive. At that moment, a slight person in a pulled-up hoodie person, runs up behind her and tries to snatch her purse. Neither we nor Evelyn see hoodie person's face. Evelyn holds onto her purse tight and runs across the traffic, dodging cars. Hoodie person follows. Exterior fancy hotel, nighttime. Evelyn flies through the door that the doorman opens.
Welcome to the...
Hoodie person flies in after her. Interior fancy hotel, night. Evelyn rushes through the lobby, dodging guests and luggage. She slips out the doors in the exterior back of the fancy hotel. Hoodie person comes out but doesn't see Evelyn. Runs up behind her and jumps on her back. They struggle for the purse and end up rolling down the grass. They land in front of a construction area. Under a light, Evelyn finally sees Hoodie person's face, but we still don't.
Why am I not surprised?
With Evelyn's momentary shock, Hoodie person snatches the purse and pushes it to his or her feet. But Evelyn pulls on Hoodie person's leg, causing him or her to fall. Evelyn pounces on top. Hoodie person's hand scraps dirt and grass, but comes across an iron spike.
You think you know what's this about? What did Bronstein tell you? I'm bringing you down with him.
Close up as Evelyn grins.
Evelyn, beauty is not.
Evelyn's face goes slack as we end the flashback. Now we match cut to the interior living room house night. We return right back to Daisy. As she pulls out the knife, she plunges it into Evelyn.
You stabbed me. You fucking stabbed me.
Well, an eye for an eye.
It's like a face and entire body for an eye.
Evelyn strains to check the wound.
There's no blood. Why isn't there any blood?
We're dead.
I know we're dead, but
Oh, so now you believe us.
what about... I've been using the bathroom.
You don't really need to pee. But people on Earth are used to it. It always has habits die hard.
It's mind over matter.
Daisy tosses Evelyn a bandage roll.
You'll be fine by tomorrow.
But why do I have gashes when there's no blood?
Daisy's attention veers towards the mirror.
Oh my god, I think I see a wrinkle.
You think too much.
For once, Roland's right. Roland, look here. What does that look like?
On Evelyn, she's as exhausted and confused as ever. Exterior house night. Evelyn steps out of the front door. She takes in a breath of fresh air.
Not trying to run away again, are you?
Evelyn turns to Julian standing on his front lawn.
There's no place to go.
It gets easier.
Really?
Not really. I'm just trying to make you feel better.
How long have you been here?
12, 13 years, something like that.
So, what did you do? Why did you end up here?
It wasn't one thing. It was like a million little things.
Daisy comes out.
You're the one who created this chore chart in the first place, and now you don't even know how to read it?
Roland comes out after Daisy.
No, I didn't. You're not being fair.
Okay, we can take it to a vote.
Can we discuss this later?
Good night.
Wait!
Julian, in his own head, heads inside the house. Daisy and Roland continue to argue as they follow Evelyn into the house. Interior bathroom house night. Evelyn enters and sees the window she jumped out of earlier duct taped together. She lifts the toilet lid but stops, remembering what Daisy and Roland said earlier about mind over matter. She puts the lid back down. At the sink, she squeezes toothpaste onto her toothbrush. Again, she stops midway. Does this not matter either? She shrugs.
Can't give it all up at once.
Evelyn continues brushing. Interior hallway house night. Evelyn hears a faint noise. What is it? Interior basement house night. Evelyn follows the noise into the basement. She stops at the top of the steps as she watches Roland dig a hole in the dirt floor. He doesn't notice her.
He told me this is the way out. The red road is down here. This is it. Dig, 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 dig.
Angle on Evelyn. Is there really a way to escape?